Welcome back. Today is the International Day of Sign Language, which seeks to promote the use of sign languages. The International Day of Sign Languages is a unique opportunity to support and protect the linguistic identity and cultural diversity of all deaf people and other sign language users. According to the World Federation of the Deaf, there are approximately 72 million deaf people worldwide, and more than 80% of them live in developing countries. Collectively, they use more than 300 different sign languages. I'm now joined in the studio by Paul Nanyeni, the Executive Director of the Namibia National Association of the Deaf, to talk to us about this day and perhaps some of the challenges that they also face. Good evening, and thank you so much for having us. Please forgive me. It's the first time I'm doing this, so let's take it easy.
No.
Brilliant. Let's perhaps start off with the importance of this day. What does it mean for you and the deaf community?
The whole world and the deaf community, we are celebrating the World Deaf Day. Why? Because this is our identity. This is who we are. The whole deaf community and the whole country should use sign language as other languages. That's why we are here today.
How do you think the challenges of the deaf community is being addressed in the country? And do you perhaps feel that you are included enough in terms of creating the policies and the laws that affect you?
We are not included at all levels. I feel like we are left behind most of the time. We have challenges. The whole country, we need sign language interpreters. That's the only accessible way we can access information or we can access any place in Namibia. Namibia is having the huge number of deaf community, but the service or the sign language interpreters that offer the services, they are very few. And Namibia should support sign language. At every constituency, at every national level, we should be included. At this moment, I feel like we are left behind.
Mm-hmm. Now, Namibia, like in many other African countries and perhaps other parts of the world, have cultural norms and traditions, which unfortunately, when a deaf child is born into a family, the family feels that they have not been blessed, but they rather see this child as a curse. How are you, as an organization, doing in educating the people, making them understand that, no, this child is just as special as a child that can also hear? What is being done?
As we always celebrate the National Day, the Deaf Association, we are in all other OPDs, the whole month of September is the month where we celebrate and make awareness within the country in a different way. Where we go to the community, where we go to even regional offices to inform the communities that the child who is deaf, just a normal child like everyone else, the child has the right to access education, to access health and other issues. The important issue is the family and the whole community should learn sign language. We are open, and the deaf child must come out to the community. The family and the friends and the sister and siblings, all, they should learn sign language. That's the only way to encourage the deaf child from that community.
Now, we understand that deaf learners do not sit for English listening examinations. How does this impact their academics and results and ultimately their access to opportunity in the job market?
Up to date, we have not received we have lobbied and we have fight for that, but up to date, there is no clear response. Despite raising that issue, in the end, the deaf student will get X as an indication of incomplete. So we need to address this issue with NET and other stakeholders that involve in education. Because we need this to be equal, like every child or every student in the class.
Would you say that the establishment or the creation of the Ministry of Disability Affairs has somehow also added a voice to your plight?
Firstly, we thank the government to establish the Department of Disability Affairs. But there's a political issue in that. Because we have been fighting Namibia to defy the UN Convention. But up to date, we are still struggling. There's no more interpreters, and wherever we go, we don't get full access to information because of there's no interpreter where we should get information from. Service accessibility is there, but I think it's not 100% offered to us.
Lastly, Paul, I think many of us, if we were to wake up tomorrow and find out that we have lost our ability to hear, only then would we appreciate the gift of hearing. From your personal experience and the people that you have worked with, what is your message to the ones that are not in your situation, and what should they be thankful for?
I think it's normal to be a deaf person for me so far. So the same way you guys feel like it's normal to be a hearing person. So me being a deaf person, I have my culture, I have my ways of doing things. So the only way maybe for us to be at the same level, we should learn each other's language. Like our government should prioritize that every institution should learn sign language, or there should be someone who can provide sign language services. Because for me, I feel like hearing people and us deaf people, we are the same people. We have the same right. We are equal people.
Paul, perhaps lastly, if you could maybe share some of the activities that your organization will perhaps be carrying out in this month.
It's a month of September. Our office, in this moment, we are already making a dictionary and to send to different centers about COVID-19. So we are connecting with the World Deaf Organization. They are here to lead us, yes. But our government here in Namibia, they should also stand and accept or recognize sign language as a language. And this should be a language for everyone, not only for the deaf community. But our government is trying, but the process is very slow. But somehow the world is looking at us to say, okay, Namibia is trying, but we are very slow. Really, we should learn sign language. I think everyone, wherever you are, it's time now to wake up and you learn sign language.
Absolutely. Paul, thank you so much for your time. And we wish you and the rest of your team all the best in creating more awareness about these pertinent issues that you have faced. Thank you.